Why am I rotating? Welcome back, lads. This was another week of patience, prosperity, and poor execution. I knew I wasn't gonna trade Monday. I knew it was unlikely because of like the lack of high impact news, like even ahead of London. You know what we don't want to see. We don't want to see high impact news or medium impact news within London, ideally. And if it is, we want to see it like on time, like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. maximum, right? But also, what we don't want to see is we don't want to see no high impact news ahead of London, because then that means that London's likely to chop and consolidate and just like basically do something, right? Tuesday, a bit of the same thing as Monday, so we expected that to be a consolidation as well, as was Wednesday. And if you actually check the chart, which we'll go to in a second, you'll see that price kind of made like a consolidating downwards wedge at the beginning of the week because of that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday profile. It was mostly a consolidation profile. Then Thursday we had our high impact news for New York. So yeah, we I didn't want to trade the pound because of all of this shit. I'll be honest. I'm not trading the pound when there's all of this stuff here. Like it's just gonna make it chop. I don't wanna chop. I don't wanna chop. So I didn't trade the pound. I opted to trade the euro around the New York session. Before I show you the sub, as you can see, this was the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday profile, making like this kind of choppy consolidating downward wedge. And then this is where we are on Thursday. So if we zoom in on the Thursday sub, if we zoom in on the Asian range for Wednesday, so we can break down Thursday. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at Wednesday Asian session from 6 p.m. New York time to 12 a.m. New York time, right? Kind of like 6 to 8 would be the session, but 12 a.m. would be like the cutoff for like the consolidating Asian range. And we see from 6 to 8, we kind of get like this sort of trend, kind of like if we even measure it, right? Measuring the bodies of the candles, it's like a 6 pips, so it's not significant. Like it's not like trending, but it's like it looks a bit dodgy, right? But nonetheless, it consolidated. And then it was weird because I woke up around like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. No, around 12 o'clock New York time. And yeah, that's 5 a.m. over here. And I was like, I'm looking for buy side to get taken here so that we can make a downward range and then reverse in New York Thursday New York reversal profile, standard stuff, right? But buy side actually got taken a bit earlier at 11 here, it looks like, and then we made the downward range. So I knew exactly what I was looking for, and what I wanted was I wanted it to sort of tap into this over here. If we go to the 4 hour, we'll be able to see a bit more clearly what this actually is. This is a bullish breaker. Why? This is the up move prior to the run on liquidity, as we can see. The up move prior to the run on liquidity, and that's where price taps in here. So if we go and take a look at the M1, what is it here that we see? We see price come down past the 50% retracement level of our PDA on our 4 hour level, and we see it form our institutional swing points, right? So we see a breaker swing in here, boom, up move, running liquidity, and then we see that this is now the breaker swing institutional points formed, and you can see it's more refined and detailed over in this area on the M1 chart, right? But on the 3 minute, this is just one big breaker swing. Now I'm waiting for my market structure shift. Now my market structure shift appears right here, right? It actually appears twice because you have this market structure shift in here, and you could have entered off of this retracement into here, putting a stop below this low here. Or you have the other option of waiting for this market structure shift in here, in which case you have to catch the 3-minute fair value gap, which is the one that I would have preferred. This is the actual candle that causes the market structure shift on the 3-minute time frame, leave behind the fair value gap, in which case I would have entered on the closure right here, putting my stop below this low right here of this candle. And I was targeting the nearest 1 hour PDA, which would have been this, and it would give me a 1 to 8, right? But unfortunately I missed my entry because after going back to sleep in London and seeing, okay, yeah, I want this, I woke up and I was like, okay, cool, did make the down range, now I'm expecting this. I kind of woke up a bit too close to my trading window. I opened up like I woke up like a half hour before my trading window when I know the setup is gonna form, but my brain wasn't fully calibrated to like actually lock in and catch the setup. So I know my setup is there, but I can't see where my entry is. So basically what I learned from that is don't wake up 30 minutes before you're like, actually be up and awake at least an hour before the setup is gonna, take off via news and whatever. And yeah, that's basically what I learned from that. And this really sent me on tilt, if I'm being honest. I really took it out in the gym because this would have allowed me to pass phase one, but it is what it is. Other opportunities will come. And here we tried to catch a setup which kind of wasn't there around like London close. If we see, yeah, so there was London close high impact news, but the setup just like it wasn't there. It was kind of chopped a little bit, so we didn't catch that setup. Yeah, that missed opportunity to pass phase one was, it was a bit hard to deal with emotionally, but at the same time, I just told myself, look, other opportunities will come. I made sure I went to the gym, hashed it out, and I was just like, you know what? We learned something from it. So as long as you're learning from your L's, you can't learn the same thing twice. Does that make sense? Once you've learned it, and you implement and you go again, right? And I learned that even though I'm spotting my setup from way in yonder, I still need to actually wake up to actually be able to see the entry, especially, having such small stops and, having such a defined risk. You kind of need to be on the ball when you're looking for your entry and all these things. So yeah, at the time it was a little bit frustrating because that would have been phase one passed, but at the same time there will be other opportunities, and my journal is a testament to that. I don't know how many trades are in my journal now, right? So there will be other opportunities, and yeah, that was it really. It was kind of a dry week, waiting for like basically 1 or 2 setups in that week. But yeah, we didn't end up taking any setups, unfortunately, but that would have been one for the books. But as usual, if you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And for those of you who are probably wondering, why is he sitting like this? Well, this is how the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to sit. And I actually find that it's kind of comfortable for your back. So some of you should try it, inshallah. But until next time, ready.